That's what's up. Yo, what's up, y'all? It's your boy Dawson from D&D TV. I hope y'all having a good day. I'd like to thank everybody who's rated and subscribed to us, and thank y'all for rocking with us. For those who've been with us for a while and the people who just jumped on board. I wanted to get into this topic real quick because you all have to be living under a rock or have no black women around you or no social media if you have not heard of this dude here. He is called the DL Detective. His name is Markeith Rivers. I think he's from Charlotte, North Carolina. And actually, Markeith gained social media notoriety when he got put on World Star Hip Hop. And I think he's had a couple of videos of World Star Hip Hop of him exposing men who are on the down low, men who have girlfriends, and also who are married. And I'm looking at the video on World Star Hip Hop now. It was uploaded on October 16, 2016, and it has over 1 million views. And it says, down low man gets on his hands and knees and begs his side dude not to expose him to his wife. Well, apparently, Markeith, the down low detective here, exposed a guy about, I think, 2 weeks ago, about a week and a half ago, maybe now. And the guy shot him and also robbed him. And I guess the police and everybody are looking for the guy now. And there's been like this back and forth on social media that I saw between a lot of black women who were saying, you know, this guy's doing us a favor. He's showing us who these down low guys are. You know, we got to pray for him and all this kind of stuff. And then there is another group of people who saying, you know what? I don't want nobody to get hurt, but dude, you had it coming. You up here exposing people. You up here putting people on blast. Everybody's not going to react the same. So, you know, there's those two different parties going back and forth on social media. Now, I want to give my opinion on this. And my opinion is, you know, a little different from everybody's opinion on this particular topic. My opinion is, why do these guys have to be on the down low in the black community? Because when you say the down low, it's only focused on the black community. I mean, why are these guys forced to live these lives where they got to go pick up transgenders and stuff like that and sleep with guys on the side, and then you see them and it's not the flaming gay guy who y'all like to pick at and call a punk and a faggot, and oh, he do my hair and he my fashion designer, and oh, he take the first lady to go shopping, but we gonna condemn him to hell. No, it's the dude who play football. It's the dude who on the college basketball team. It's the dude who's a construction worker. It's the dude that most of these women look at and be like, oh man, damn, what a waste. Oh my God, not him. It's that dude. And then we got to go a little further with that. And we got to talk about how the mass incarceration of black and Hispanic men has led to, in my opinion, in my estimation, it has led to stuff like this. You got black men and Hispanic men going in and out of prison years at a time. And I know people said, and I've had some girls tell me, oh, he was in there sexing one of the female correction officers. That's how he made it 5 years. Everybody ain't fucking a correction officer, dude. I'm sorry. Everybody. And then we don't talk about prison rape that goes on in these jails. And forced feminization. Forced feminization is when you have people in there when you're basically forcing a man to become feminized, to become more girly, to, you know, oh, you're my bitch. Like they, you know, we've heard stories people say in jail, oh, you gotta, what, you're gonna be somebody bitch in jail, forcing them to be almost lesser as a victim, feminizing them. And some of these people, they're not in there. Even this stuff happens in jail when people go to jail. And many correction officers, they turn their head to that. And if you do report anything on prison rape, them people, I mean, it gets back to the inmates. So it's like a double-edged sword. So when I look at this situation with this guy, Markeith, being shot, I think, you know, you were playing a dangerous game because people they will kill for their secrets, no matter what that secret is. It doesn't have to be anything sexual. That's a dangerous game to play, to record yourself in situations with people where, you know, they don't know they're being recorded. See, I don't know what kind of laws they have up there in North Carolina, up in those states, but most states have voyeurism laws where you can actually prosecute somebody who films you without your permission. You can prosecute somebody who records you without your permission. That's why when people are calling you for different things, they always say, hey, I want you to know you're being recorded on this phone call. And if you don't want to, you hang up that phone real quick, because certain laws have those specific laws on the law book. So when we talk about this right here, it is a dangerous game that he played. And there are people, there are heterosexual men who will pick up a prostitute and wouldn't want that to get back to their wife. There have been documented cases of that, where people have flipped out in heterosexual situations. And same thing with women too, have cheated on their husband. And guy was going to get out and they didn't want their cookie cutter image to, you know, be tainted, you know. And so the person who was going to spill the beans, they basically split him, just shot him, killed him. So this is a dangerous game. The dude didn't deserve to get shot. And I'm going to go a little further than that. The dudes didn't deserve to be on camera. Now, when I say the dudes didn't deserve to be on camera, by no way am I condoning what they did. But also, I'm not condoning what Markeith did either. But, you know, I know there are some people out there, especially women, will say, well, how would these women know that these men did stuff like that? And my question to that is, before you got in these relationships, did y'all take I always ask my clients who are women, I ask them that, you know, you're having all these kids. Have you guys had an HIV test together? Do you know that he's committed to you? And if you're in having sexual relationship with different guys, are you asking these different guys to wear a condom? There are some women who don't ask guys to wear condoms. And I mean, it's 2017. We got to be real with this, y'all. There are some women who just love any type of attention a man give them, because a lot of them feel so low and so downtrodden. And I've talked to some of my friends who got degrees. They got master's degrees and doctor. It's like, come on, all these damn degrees, but you can't put your hand over your pussy and ask a nigga to, hey, let's go get checked out. All these degrees, and you still letting the dude come in you. Miss Bachelor, Miss Masters, Miss Doctorate degree, Miss Esquire. It's like, come on. And I'm not giving the men a pass either. Because if you're down low, you need to tell your girlfriend, your wife the truth. Don't fuck up nobody's life. If you need any type of counseling or whatever to be yourself, or if you want to get with women, because some women, there are women who know that their husband had that type of, interaction with men in the past, or may still have an inkling to that. There are documented cases that you got people on YouTube telling their testimony, how, this happened and they're strong in their relationships. So they may know. Now, if they know, that's a different thing. But if you're out here cheating on somebody with the opposite sex or the same sex and they don't know, you are playing a dangerous game with your life, because then you don't know how that person's going to react when they find out. It may not be anything like what this dude's doing right here, exposing people, but I take this just as serious on this side as I do with the heterosexual side with people cheating. I take this just as serious as, like I told my homeboys, we down here in South Florida, man. Hey, you go to strip clubs down here, you can have sex in the boom boom room, in the champagne room. You got your money right, them strippers gonna make sure you get right. So it's like, I feel the same way about that. You at the strip, you back here with a stripper, she look good, she look fine, this your fantasy, you gonna drop 200. One of my homeboys said he dropped almost 300 to have sex with a stripper one time. So it's like, but you got a wife at home, you got a girlfriend at home. If that stripper did that for you, she gonna do that for every dude that come in there that the money is right. And no, not all strippers do this, but I'm just saying from what I've heard and from what I know that goes on down here and then over in Tampa. But nevertheless, moving on back to this topic, I'm just saying, cheating itself, we are grown people, y'all. We are grown men, we are grown women. If you don't want to be in a relationship with somebody, come on, man. Just get out the relationship. If you want to whore around, if you want to live a bisexual lifestyle, because that's obviously what these guys are doing, where you want both, you need to let your partner know that. Don't put people in your stuff, in your mess. And that's what these dudes doing. They're putting these women in their stuff. And you're not giving them a chance. And that's all I got to say on this topic. But I really wanted to focus on this last point right here. This lady right here, I'm going to put this video description down in the box below. It's going to be a PBS link. And it's a YouTube video of this lady. And I remember watching this in 2012. And this has stayed with me. I often think about this video because this lady right here could have been my mom, could have been my grandma, could have been any of my aunties or anybody I know. This was definitely one of my good friends' situation because her husband did give her HIV. And this lady right here tells a story of how she contracted HIV from a man she married. She met him at church. And it doesn't say what kind of lifestyle he lived. I don't know. But I want y'all to click the link below and look at this AIDS in America. We can win. We can win this battle with Gwen Ifill and PBS, because this lady right here, she talks about how she found out her husband knew he was HIV positive, married her, and gave it to her. Basically, 3 months later, she found out she was. That's the kind of stuff we got to talk about. It's 2017. We can't be out here, females, y'all out here twerking, dudes out here, everybody out here on Instagram, on Snapchat, doing sex stuff. You could do all this stuff, but when it comes to protecting yourself and telling the truth about who you are, people lying. That goes for heterosexual and the homosexual. It goes for everybody out here who having sex. Love yourself enough to protect yourself. And I know I said you can't, I believe that. I don't trust nobody. You don't trust nobody when it comes to your life. And so y'all females, I'm going to get on y'all hard. If these men not committed to you and you really not for sure, stop letting these niggas nut in you. And I'm sorry for using the term nigga. Somebody got on me about that before, but stop letting these dudes like come in you. Just stop. Get condoms. Wear condoms. I work with girls now early in their 20s, HIV positive, 25. I know we got pills now. I know people who are HIV positive. I'm not knocking that. But you don't have to get nothing that in my opinion, that you weren't born with. You don't have to get that. That's a preventable disease is really what I'm trying to say. With herpes and all this other stuff, man. Some of us, having sex in the dark, you don't even turn on the light to see what's on people's genitals. You don't even turn on the light to see, I had a friend, I'm rambling now, but I had a friend who was getting dressed with one of her friends. And she, the girls do their thing, and they were getting ready to go out, and she asked the girl, she was like, why don't you shave down there by your vagina? She was like, I didn't tell you. I don't want the guys, if I meet a guy, to see the herpes. And my friend to this day cannot believe that this girl, and she would have one night stands with dudes, but she had herpes. That wasn't fair to them dudes. So we have people out there who will lie to us about stuff like this. And my thing that I've said before on this channel countless of times, and I'm going to end this video right now, is that you are responsible for your own sexual behavior. You are your own line of defense. Don't expect nobody to take care of you like you gonna take care of you. And I always say physically, financially, emotionally, but I'm finna say this, sexually. You got to protect yourself. You got to be your own first line of defense. Because there's people who will give you something and keep going to the next person. Ain't no wrong. Women, keep condoms with you. Men, make sure you have that stuff on you in every sexual situation. Don't hit nothing raw. That's just stupid. You see, I'm looking at porn. People hitting raw. So you think because you looking at porn, you get out there and hit raw and you come up with herpes? Come on, man. We better than that. Until next time, I'm your guy, Dawson. Y'all take care of yourself. Be safe.